On April 17th, our school district, San Bernardino City Unified, welcomed in a brand new superintendent. He is joining us here today on the GBJ podcast. Mauricio Arellano, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm excited to be here, guys.
So let's jump in right in. You grew up in San Bernardino and went to SBCUSD schools all throughout your childhood. Did you ever imagine when you were going to school that you would be in charge of the whole district?
Never did I ever think it, and I'm sure never did any of my friends think it. And I don't know if my parents ever thought about it, but no, when I was a little kid, all I thought about was riding my bike and playing basketball and going to play baseball and having a good time. So no, it was something I never thought of.
Can you walk us through your journey as an SBCUSD student? I know you started off at Riley, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I started off at Riley Elementary School. I went from kindergarten all the way up to 6th grade to Riley. And then I was supposed to go to Arrowview Middle School, but my dad worked at Golden Valley as the custodian. So my dad asked for a transfer, and I went to Golden Valley Middle School for 7th and 8th grade. And then I returned back to my home school, which was San Bernardino High School. And I graduated from there in 1984. It seems like so long ago, right, guys? 1984. But that was my journey through the district.
What kind of student were you when you were younger?
Well, I was a busy little boy. It was hard for me to sit still in one place. So I loved sports. I loved all my friends. I had great friends. A lot of my friends from Riley are still my friends today, all these years later. But I was always that kid who liked going to school. And I think I was a lot of fun. I was a good athlete. I played a lot of sports. And I think I had really good teachers that I think liked me, hopefully. So I think I was a pretty good kid.
Was getting into education always your goal, or did you originally want to do something else?
No, actually, when I went to college, I wanted to be an FBI agent or a CIA agent or some sort of national security job is what I wanted to do coming out of college. But when I came out of college, those organizations were not hiring people. So my dad encouraged me to go apply to be a substitute teacher. And when I applied to be a substitute teacher is when they noticed that I spoke Spanish, and they asked me if I wanted to teach elementary school. So I accepted, and I became an elementary teacher at Muscoy Elementary. And then here I am 33 years later as a teacher, a principal, assistant superintendent, now superintendent. So that's what I originally wanted to do, and then I ended up doing education, which has been great.
What experience did you have in education before becoming superintendent?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's an important question. Well, probably the most important experience I had was being a classroom teacher. And the reason that was important is because now as a superintendent, I try not to forget what it was like when I was a teacher and wanting the kind of support and help that I needed to be successful. So prior to being a superintendent, I was an elementary teacher. Then I was an assistant principal at North Vermont Elementary and Bonniole Elementary. Then I became an elementary principal. I was principal at Wilson Elementary, Thompson Elementary, and Vermont Elementary. And then I became the director of personnel, meaning hiring, here in San Bernardino. Then I left San Bernardino, and I worked 14 years in the Palm Springs Unified School District as the assistant superintendent of human resources, again, hiring people and bringing people in. And then the last 6 years, I've been serving as the superintendent in the Redlands Unified School District. And then obviously 3 weeks ago, and now 3 weeks into my experience here, I became the superintendent back in San Bernardino. So I'm thrilled to be back, right? It's like a big circle coming back home.
So you have been a superintendent for a couple of weeks now officially. What are your first impressions of our district?
That's a great question. Well, here's my first impression is it's more of an internal impression. I'm super happy. I'm really excited to be back. As you guys probably read, I had an opportunity to return to my elementary school. That was the first school I got to visit last week, Riley. And man, it brought back a lot of great memories of being where you are in the classroom with some great teachers like Mr. Rogers. So, the first couple of weeks has been just a lot of good memories coming back, not only when I was a kid, but also when I was a teacher and a principal. Just this last Saturday, to give you an example, one of the students who was getting an award at the multilingual ceremony Saturday, that student's mom was one of my students when I was a teacher at the elementary school, and now she's a teacher here in a district. So I got to see, I think, what I'm calling my impact kind of multi-generational last week. So other than that, people have been very warm, very welcoming. They've been very positive with me, and I just really appreciate that. I like being somewhere where everybody respects each other, treats everybody with professionalism and with kindness. And that's what I've experienced so far. So a lot of great things going on in San Bernardino and a lot of great kids like you guys in San Bernardino. So thank you for all your hard work and great teachers like Mr. Rogers making it happen every day, man. So it's been a great first 2 or 3 weeks.
Have you been to George Brown?
I have not. As a matter of fact, I don't even know where George Brown is, because when I was here 20 years ago, George Brown School didn't exist. So when I finally get to visit you, I'm going to be able to walk on your campus for the first time, and I'm going to get to know exactly where it's at. Now, somebody told me you guys are over by Arrowview Junior High, right? Is that kind of right? Okay. Yeah, but I haven't been to your school before.
When do you think we might see you here?
Yeah, well, right now, my excellent executive assistant, she's scheduling all my visits a little at a time. So I don't have my calendar in front of me, but hopefully it'll either be sometime before this school year ends, but if not, for sure at the beginning of next school year, because, the school year is almost over. So we're going to try to squeeze in as many as we can.
You are a big fan of STEAM education. What kind of STEAM things do you want to bring to SBCUSD?
Yeah, great question. I have a lot of ideas that I want to throw out, not only to the Board of Education, but to our all of my principal and the cabinet colleagues and our union leader partners. My previous district, we did a lot of work bringing in Lego STEAM programs. We did a lot of robotics and coding across all of our elementary schools. We worked with animatronic and hologram technology in my previous district, a lot of artificial intelligence and virtual reality type of experiences for our students. So many of those opportunities that we did in my previous district, hopefully there will be some excitement and some collaborative spirit in trying to build those same programs here in San Bernardino City Unified. And, to me, I think it's the future, right? All of you young people are probably so much better than me, the old folks, with the technology. But one thing I want to be sure of is I don't want to be afraid of it, so that we don't miss out on your opportunity to grow with something that's going to be important in your future. So we'll be looking at a lot of those programs. We'll be doing a lot of hopefully implementing what I call digital storytelling, giving kids, like you, great students like you, the opportunity to be creative and create movies about not only your life story, but also about what you're learning in the classroom. I want us to not just do always testing and writing essays. That's important, but that shouldn't be the only way the kids can show their mastery of information. I think you guys using all the instruments that you're used to, like your phones and videos and podcasts, etc. I think those are great opportunities for kids to show their brilliance beyond just taking a test. So, Mr. Williams, that's a few of the things that hopefully we can work together on bringing into the school district together.
So is this your dream job? The one you want to stay until you retire?
I'm too young to retire. Don't I look 21 years old, guys? Nah, I'm joking. I'm joking. Um, to answer that question, yes, this is very much a dream job. It's one that I never thought would happen, to be honest with you. Once I moved to Palm Springs, and then when I was at Redlands, I thought I was going to retire at Redlands and stay there forever. And I was completely happy in Redlands. Everything was going well. But when the job opened up again, a lot of people started reaching out to me, and they were asking me if I would consider coming back to the district. And that's when it started to kind of come to maybe a little more fruition, that maybe it was a possibility to actually come back to the school district, where not only did I go here as a kid, but I started my first 14 years of my career here. So here I am. I got picked, and I do consider it my dream job. And yes, this is going to be my last stop in my career. Let me tell you why. Since I've been given this golden opportunity to come back where I started, I want to finish my career giving back to the district, and hopefully adding a lot of value for all of you as you go through your educational experience, like it was done for me. I had great teachers like you have and Mr. Rogers that poured in, a lot of their energy and their smarts and their love for me and their motivation that got me to this point. So now I want to give back that same energy to all of you. So, yep, it's a dream job. And yes, I'm staying here until I retire.
So, my question was, are you open to student ideas on how to make the school better?
Absolutely. That is a very important part of any decision making that a superintendent makes. So you're going to see, probably this won't roll out till next year, but there's a software app that I use called Thought Exchange. Anybody ever hear of that? Thought Exchange? You ever heard of that app? Okay, you guys are gonna have to look it up, right, when we hang up. Um, Thought Exchange is an opportunity that is easy, where people can use it either on their phone or on their computer to give feedback. So I'm going to be giving students access and the opportunity to provide me feedback on what are you wanting to see in school that maybe it's missing. Now, what you can't do, you can't complain about the cafeteria food, okay? Because I can't change that, all right? But perhaps you guys can come up with some ideas, that you might want to see in your school, whether it's a program, whether it's things on campus, whether it's materials or maybe experiences, but you'll have that opportunity. At the high school level, I actually have a superintendent advisory group where I meet with kids from the different high schools, and they provide me feedback. So it'll be new, I think, in this district to include our elementary college, students as part of that feedback. So hopefully you'll participate when that comes out. Thank you for the question.
Okay, we're going to get you out of here in just 1 second, but we wanted to play a quick little game with you, and we're calling this Area No or Area Yes. So they're going to throw some ideas that they have, throw them out at you, things that they would like to see happen in the district. And if you think that's a good idea, you're going to say Area Yes. If you think, no, that probably doesn't work, Area No. Okay? All right, let's go, guys. Rapid fire, so don't need a whole bunch of explanation, just rapid fire, yes or no.
More field trips?
Ariane, yes.
Vending machine for drinks?
Ariane, no.
Fast food for lunch?
Ariane, maybe.
Celebrity pop-ups?
Ariane, yes.
Inflatable pools on hot days?
Ariane, no.
Traveling zoo?
Ariane, yes. Or maybe. Maybe that's a maybe. Ariane, maybe.
Friday night movie nights?
Ariane, yes.
All right, and I have one that I want to throw at you, because I have been pitching this idea since I joined the district 6 years ago. And you mentioned kids making movies. I would love to see a film festival. Our school's different. The kids making movies. We walk the red carpet. Everyone goes into maybe the PDC, and we just watch all those films and give awards. What do you think about that?
I'll even top that. We did this in our previous study. We actually rented out the movie theaters for the kids' videos. So Ariane, yes, 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 yes.
All right, I'm gonna stay in your ear about that, and we're gonna make that happen. Okay, so once again, Mauricio Arellano, our new superintendent, thank you so much for joining us. It was really been a great time having you.
Thank you, guys. Good to meet you. Have a good rest of the school year, all right?
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
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 Thank you.